Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Elaine Bintz, fitness coach and nutritionist. It's April of 2024, and today I'm going to take some time to do an updated bio for you. One of my clients had pointed out the other day that my biography on my YouTube channel is from the year 2021. So a lot has changed in 3 years. So I'm going to take some time in this video today to talk about my updated biography, services and rates. And also we're going to continue our April challenge, which is practicing the coaching skills of planning, prioritizing, and preparing. So today's video is going to be a little more lengthy. So updated bio. My name is Elaine Bintz. I still practice in Cherville, Indiana. A couple changes since my last biography I filmed. One is I no longer practice from home. I practice in a shared facility in Cherville, Indiana. And then two, I also travel to clients that are in the Northwest Indiana area. So please know, depending on where you live, travel times will vary. So although Crown Point, Indiana, for example, is in my service area, because of travel times, depending on where you're located or where you want to meet, for example, in a place like Crown Point, just reach out to me and have a conversation, and let's see if you do fall within my service area. For sure, I travel to clients in Cherville, Dyer, St. John. I have clients in Griffith, Highland, like I said, Crown Point. I have clients in Maryville, so it just kind of depends on where you are located. So bio. So a couple changes since 2021. I am continuing my services, which is a comprehensive health and wellness program. I do include massage therapy in my comprehensive program. This is a question I've gotten from a lot of people. I am still a licensed massage therapist in the state of Indiana, and in that program, the Comprehensive Health and Wellness Program, massage therapy is a service that's included in that program. So the Comprehensive Health and Wellness Program, there is a separate YouTube video specifically about this program because it is a very in-depth program and it covers a lot of services. It is very comprehensive in nature. So that program, I don't want to take too much time talking about it today because there is a separate YouTube video about that. The major change since 2021 is I will travel to you. So because I am a specialist with osteoporosis, with strength building programs for clients with osteopenia and osteoporosis, and I am also a prenatal certified personal trainer and nutritionist. Some of my clients have asked over the years, so the past 3 years, if I can travel to them. So if you are in my service area, that's definitely no problem. And some of my clients, depending on where they are with prehab or rehab, depending on their injuries, we can always still work together remotely for the services like personal training, health coaching, nutrition coaching, consultations, of course, life coaching. So those services can be done over the phone or they can be done via video chat. The platform I use for that is Google Meeting. But a lot of clients, especially since 2021, we've returned back to meeting in person. So I know a lot of the clients I've had that are out of state, Illinois, definitely Chicago, Alaska, Nashville, Florida, Arizona, clients I have that are all over the country. Still, we continue to work together via online or via the telephone just because of geographic. So biography. Accountability coaching, that's one of those services that I did add accountability coaching last year in 2023. So what that service, if you look at my services, so in 2023, I have a YouTube video that specifically discusses each one of these services, but I wanted to touch base a little bit more about the development of that program because a lot of people have been following me. I've been practicing for 25 years. Which is really hard to believe. But I graduated college with my degrees in exercise science and dietetics. in 2004 and I was practicing in the wellness industry throughout college. So it's hard to believe that I've been practicing for this long, but the accountability coaching program doesn't have to be anything in person at all. That can be 100% remote. So a lot of clients prefer for the accountability coaching program to be a quick 2-3 minute check-in, whether that's text or Facebook Messenger, whatever they're doing, for me to hold them accountable. It is not like a long-winded coaching session. Another question I've been getting a lot recently, I know I post a lot on Instagram, and then on Facebook, like on my stories, my cooking. So more recently, I've had, I would say in the past 5-6 months, I've had more people ask me if I offer in-home cooking demonstrations, and that's a for sure. So personally, my biography, I do eat a plant-based diet, but I've already done in-home cooking demonstrations with clients with meat. So just know that there was a time when I did eat meat. I don't currently eat a lot of meat in my diet, but just because I eat a plant-based diet, it doesn't mean I can't still teach you how to use different appliances, your Instapot, your air fryer, baking, different ways to health up regular meals. So the cooking demonstrations I found for those would be in the coaching sessions portion of what I do. And I did extend those to be 2-hour services because I found that an hour was just not enough time. So I needed 2 hours, and just know with the cooking, we can discuss what ingredients and things I would be bringing to you. Staff, I've had a couple questions also. If a location like a business or a school or a company has a kitchen on site, would I come and teach their staff how to make whatever it is they're trying to teach their staff? If it's a heart health month, and they're trying to do like raw fruits and vegetables or smoothies or salads, of course, definitely I can do cooking demonstrations for your company if they are within my drivable service range. So I am personally located in Cherville, Indiana. So just call or text. My cell is 708-845-6201. And that texting is the fastest way to reach me. So I know that phone tag occasionally happens, and I do my best to get back to clients as quickly as possible, hopefully within a 48-hour time period. If you are having a medical emergency, of course, call 911. And the small group mentoring, this program has been going on. I started this program in 2019. But the change over the years is my mentoring, which can be, and I've actually had a couple of college interns ask me lately for internships with my company. So energy and wellness, I don't have a formal internship program, but what I have found is if they're a person studying health sciences or dietetics, nutrition, or exercise science, or they're doing something in the health and wellness field, attending 1 or 2 of my mentoring classes or doing one-on-one mentoring or coaching with me, I can teach them about the field. So that's been something great for my college students, is giving them a taste of how it is like to work in the field. And if this is something that they want to pursue a career in, that interest would go into my small group mentoring classes, which doesn't have to be in person. It can be over the phone or through video chat. So biography, a lot of people have asked me. Our son is 6, so yes, he is in 1st grade now. So Victor, I know I post a lot on social media about our son. So we've had a few changes. Personally, I got divorced. So that's one of the big changes that has happened over time. But as far as my professional services, those have maintained about the same, outside of I have been asked to do a lot more speaking engagements. So again, if your company is located, say for example, your company is in Missouri or they're in Texas and they want me to speak and I can't get on a plane and fly to you with the parameters of the time, then we can always do something that is remote. Interviews, I've been doing a lot of remote interviews. So just a couple of changes. I was highlighted in our professional organization, the International Dance and Exercise Association, that's IDEA. So I was highlighted for our company, Energy and Wellness, and also my holistic services. But again, please always reach out to me, call, text, email. My email is the same. It's elainebintz@gmail.com. And you can just throw ideas out at me. So a lot of times I will adapt or accommodate my services based on the interest that clients are looking for. So over the past 25 years, there's been a lot of growth and development. Some of the services, personal training, I still offer personal training, fitness assessment, fitness testing, disease management plan, disease reversal plans. So what that asks, I did get a few questions about that since January. So first quarter, I had a couple people ask me this year, what is a disease reversal plan? So say, for example, I don't know, you're like me, you're in your 40s and you get diagnosed with high blood pressure. So say you haven't had high blood pressure the past, 30 some years. So you got diagnosed with this as an adult or somewhere in your adulthood. So you can hire someone like me, a health coach, and we can go through a plan and a system to reverse disease. So if you have not had hypertension or high blood pressure your whole life, and you have developed it over some time, we can reverse engineer and help you hopefully to get rid of high blood pressure. So get you back to the point of disease reversal so you don't have the diagnosis or the disease. So there's a lot of preventable diseases we could do this with, diabetes, hypertension, of course. I've had 2 consultations this year about people who have experienced a stroke. So you can't undo that event, but the symptoms and the results that you have if you have had a cardiac event or if you have had a stroke, as far as working with someone physically, whether it's with massage therapy or stretching, yoga, any of the services that I offer, you can help to reduce the symptoms if you have suffered from like a TIA or a stroke. So Elaine Bintz, health coach, I do fitness coaching. That term, I've had a couple people ask. I did recently do a whole video on what is a fitness coach because I've changed the term over the years. I am still a certified personal trainer through our professional organization, which is the American Council on Exercise, but fitness coaching is more about empowering the client to make decisions in their life in order to have a healthy lifestyle, rather than personal training, which is taking a client through step by step. I do still offer both services, fitness coaching and personal training, and definitely in that comprehensive program, a lot of clients prefer the personal training, but coaching is inevitable. Because if you see me 1 hour a day, there are 23 other hours in the day where you can be making health decisions that are going to affect your energy level, your body weight, your body composition. So this is that second part of the video where in the month of April this year, the skills we are working on, the coaching skills, are planning, prioritizing, and preparing. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about preparing. I know this is becoming a lengthy video. Thank you for staying with me. So a couple people had asked, okay, Elaine, we get the planning, what are you eating for breakfast? What are you eating for lunch? What are you eating for dinner? But some of the feedback I received from the video that I posted 2 weeks ago, people were asking me, how do you prepare? How do you do the preparation part? So a key one, as far as diet goes, how do you prepare to eat a healthier diet? One is to grocery shop. That's a big one for a lot of people. Doesn't have to be on the weekend, doesn't have to be on the evenings. A lot of times you can do this online and then a person can drop the groceries off at your place. So one is grocery shopping, is having food, any food in the beginning. If you have not grocery shopped in years, or if this is something new to you and you do a lot of takeout or you do already prepared foods, is just having a handful of bananas on the counter or some apples on the counter that are readily available for you to go eat usually helps you with your health habits. So preparing is, say for example, preparing a grocery list. That is an example of how to prepare for a healthier diet. Another example is preparing is like having your clothes folded, ready. Maybe they're on your dresser and you decide you're going to wake up and go for a 20-minute walk in the morning before you have to hop in the shower and go to work. Whether it's on a treadmill, going outside, and a preparation task can be pulling out your workout clothes, maybe checking the weather, seeing is it going to be raining, is it going to be snowing, is it a day I'm going to want to walk inside, am I going to want to drive to the gym and use the elliptical instead of walking outside? So preparing would be, for example, checking the weather, and then 2, getting your clothes ready and set so that when the time comes for you to do the activity, you are prepared to do the activity. And then another big one with diet is going places. So we just passed Easter in our area. We just had spring break. I know some areas still haven't had spring break. Something that helped me a lot when our son was on spring break was having some food already cooked. I had some steamed broccoli. I baked some sweet potatoes. I had made a batch of oatmeal. But when we got hungry, there was food ready for us to just go pop in the microwave and eat. Of course, we went out to eat. Of course, we had fun. But one of the preparation tools would be to have anything, whether that's go to the store and buy already hard-boiled eggs, have them sitting in your fridge, and then when you get hungry, you can just go to the fridge and eat it. But preparing ahead of time, because you are human. You're gonna need to eat, you're gonna get hungry, especially if you're running around after your kiddos, if you're going to the water park. We went to Brookfield Zoo. You know, there was a lot of different things that we did that our son Victor got an appetite, and then I was hungry too, and I didn't necessarily want to grab food out every day. So packing a cooler, that is one of the skills a lot of my clients do, especially if they're traveling, and that's not just if they're union workers in a truck, but if they're in sales or they're realtors, they're in a position where they're in their vehicle a lot. I highly encourage getting one of those. I have a it's probably what I would use when I was a camp counselor for the Y. It's bigger than what would be like a lunch box, but not as big as a big cooler that you would use for like soda or bottled water. But having that in your trunk, and even you don't have to have the ice or the cooler packs. I mean, you can pick those up from the gas station or Speedway. But having that available so that if there is something that you want to snack on or eat throughout the day, you can keep whatever is perishable fresh. So we did this on a few play dates. I grabbed a bag of grapes and a bag of baby carrots, and then, and also blueberries, a container of blueberries. And strawberries. And then those were just some fruits that I just threw in there, some bananas, like a thing of cashews, threw in the cooler, and then I had some cooler packs. And every time our son got hungry, I could say, hey, Victor, do you want a banana or you want this? And one, it cut down on cost, but just preparing ahead of time, knowing that I had it. If I got hungry, it was in the trunk. I could just pull over wherever we were going. If we were going to a play date or running to the store, we did get a fish tank. So we had some things with that. But preparing ahead of time is not just for parenthood or when you're raising a kid. It's for you as an adult, especially if you're going on a road trip. It helps with cost. If you have some food already in your car or even a box of granola bars, but also it cuts down on cost. And sometimes, especially if you're going on a new adventure and you are traveling somewhere or doing a road trip where you haven't gone before, you don't necessarily know what's available, so it's a luck of the draw. And if you have some picky eaters, it's easier to have things planned ahead of time. So again, this is Elaine Bintz, fitness coach, nutritionist. I hope that gave you some information about an update on what's going on with me. So I do still practice massage therapy. That's been a common misconception. I probably added that back in 2022. So I did discontinue that in 2019. I was overwhelmed. Luckily, I was very blessed with a lot of clients, but I couldn't manage the workload. And then now I do offer massage therapy in my comprehensive health and wellness program. So please keep planning, preparing, and prioritizing in the month of April. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.